Happy Wednesday. Today is another great day. I just wanted to drop in real quick. Um, today's recording will be a little different. I'm usually really heavy on real estate. That's my life. But I wanted to do something different for Thursdays that I'm calling Influencer Highlight, where basically I highlight an influencer that I see either up and coming or already doing their thing. And I look to really just kind of just give them a nod, give them a salute, let them know that we're seeing them, let them know that they're doing good, kind of give them their flowers early. We give people their flowers late. So I'll go ahead and get started with the first one. This week's influencer highlight is a pastor by the name of TJ Tyus. He's co-pastor alongside E.T., the hip hop preacher, at their church called A Place of Change. And disclaimer, I don't know either of these guys personally or anything like that. I'm just someone that consumes, the content, and I like what I see. It's something that I think should be shared. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll do a quick little background on Pastor TJ Tyus that I got from just the internet and my understand his pages and things like that. But ultimately, he's from Flint, Michigan. I think that's where their whole crew is from. Flint is a pretty tough area, so he had a tough, upbringing, tough environment. One of the things that he says that really stands out to me and stuck with me is mission over mood. Like you always got to put your mission, your calling, what you're doing. You got to put that over how you feel, because how you feel changes, from day to day, hour to hour. But your mission, that's what stays the same. That's the focus, So that's something that stood out that he said to me. But I mean, not said to me, but said in his content that I've heard. Um, so a little background about him: he faced abandonment, insecurity, generational trauma. I mean, a lot of us have, right? He was really good at football at a young age, so much so that I believe he was being recruited and playing at a really high level, and had a run in with the law during this time, and somehow caught almost like a murder charge, like an accusation, and it got real close to him being convicted for that, or being getting the consequences of that, which I thought was pretty cool, or whatnot, to be able to not to get out of, or what have you. So it's like, man, that's crazy to go to look to have to deal with something like murder facing you. You're a football star, and then being able to transform yourself. I guess God got him out of that. However, but and thank God that he did. But ultimately now he works with ET. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, doing elite coaching, high performance, things like that. He does this Wednesday sermon weekly, and that's where I catch most of his content, where he's preaching every Wednesday, which is really good for me in the middle of the week. It's a great way to get inspired, what have you. And he teaches mostly just kind of leadership. He teaches men how to take ownership of their identity, their homes, their discipline, and their purpose. And one thing that really stood out to me and made me really, look at him in a different light is, my understanding is that he recently lost his daughter. I don't know exactly how she passed, but just myself having three daughters, I couldn't imagine, the pain and the anguish that he's feeling. But this loss seems to have only solidified his calling, which at the end of the day, you have to respect that as a man, as a human, as anybody, someone that loses their child, but then gets stronger, and pushes more towards the mark. So that's one thing that stood out to me. He practices what he preaches. So that goes back to the mission over mood. He's a pastor. He's changing lives spiritually. His daughter passes, and that now makes him go into his ministry even harder, to see, what it is that he's providing, what it is that he's supplying to others. He's giving strength. He's giving, the perspective, all those different things. What he went through with his daughter actually helped me to see him in a different light, and to listen to what he's saying a little bit more. So hats off to him, and being that strong to be able to do that. and spread the word of God, even in his difficult times. It reminds me somewhat of Job. But anyway, so that's Pastor Tyus. Check him out. I'm gonna leave his socials in the description, the links and everything like that, so you can check him out. Real great guy, real great content, powerful stuff, empowering. And this does tie back to real estate because you want to build something, you want to buy buildings, you want to do all of that stuff. The first thing you got to do is work on yourself, your own structure. So that's something that I get from him, and also the other people at the church that make content and everything like that as well. So just wanted to salute Pastor TJ Tyus for this week. I'll be back next week with a different influencer. Appreciate you guys for checking us out. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll put the link in the description so you can check out his content. Bye. Have a good one.